Hi guys, Andreas Sonic Mainliner with another Vinyl Finds video, 100 and something, which I didn't bother to check, but I will update accordingly when I actually do upload. It hasn't been a long time because I did this 10 obscure records, whatever, and I have a feeling that this is a little bit too loud. Before I start talking, I don't really know how loud it actually is. Yeah, you probably wouldn't want to be my neighbor, or maybe you would. Depends. Anyway, so yeah, it has been a very long time, but I bought some records and I want to share some of them with you. In the background is Ion Flux. So yeah, and this one, Comets on Fire Avatar, came out in 2005, 2006, Sub Pop. And it's a record that bugs me because I cannot remember if I have this on vinyl back home. So, yeah. It has been reissued and comes highly recommended if you are into psychedelia. So yeah, do check this one out. Not this one, because this is my copy. Go get one your own, yeah? So yes. Anyway, yeah. As I said, I bought some albums and I want to share these with you, and that was one of them. However, this one is. So I went to Rough Trade East and saying to myself that Andreas, you will go there and you will buy one record and one record only. So after going through the shelves and having 3 records that I already had selected, and thought that fuck it, I'll get 3, it's alright, I said 1, I'll get 3, it's fine. There was a box of records that were on offer, and usually they have some good stuff there, and I went and looked through it, obviously, and I found one that wasn't in the want list, but is one of those records that, if it's a good price, I wouldn't mind getting it. And it's this one. So it's Neneh, the Blank Project. Yeah, Blank Project came out in 2014 on Small Town Supersound. Yes, which I have a feeling it's from Sweden. No, sorry, Norway. Yeah, it's a Norwegian label, and they usually do electronic music. And yeah, this is a more electronic kind of album rather than because if you're my age and it's like, and you have seen that on MTV, for example, when it was actually airing, you probably have connect Neneh with like more poppy stuff. Obviously this is not as adventurous as the one that she did with the Thing, which is like really out there. Well, not really out there, but it's a little bit more experimental, if you like, but it's a really good electronic album, and I think that some people consider it one of the best releases of 2014. So yeah, I cannot say that I've listened to it like a hell of a lot. I had streamed it when it came out. I've played it played a couple of sides basically. I haven't played the whole thing because I haven't had time, and because I've bought quite a few things. Anyway, it's a really good album. So yeah, if you happen to see it, it's check it out. I don't know, check it out, buy it, or do whatever. One of the records that I was already holding was this one. I had it. It wasn't in the want list for a while. This is the Mirrors in Trans Terror. Yes, Trans Terror. Came out like a month ago. Mirrors are an American band, and they play psychedelia. Their first album, this is their second album, I want to say. I'm not sure if they had something before this. Pretty sure they had an EP, which is like half good. It has one song which is amazing. The rest of it is like meh. The first album is really good. I have that one, and it's more electric than this one. This one is more sort of has a more tribal kind of sound. It's more acoustic. They are using a lot of acoustic instruments, like, yeah, so there's like I'm saying it has acoustic, and the first thing I want to read is electric 12 and 6 string guitars. Anyway, yeah, acoustic guitars, Bulbul Tarang. They didn't make that up, did they? I don't know, I have no idea. Tambura, violin, cello, santur, which is very Eastern, clarinet, bass clarinet, Hammond organ, ring modulator, harmonium, recorder, and cowbells. That's one guy. He has a lot of hands, you see. And the other guy, he's playing alto, tenor, and soprano saxophone, flute, fife. Fife? The hell is a fife? Drums, tablas, badzembe? Badzembe? I've never heard of these instruments. For fuck's sake, what is this? Are they making things up? Anyway, you get the idea. And yeah, it sort of reminds me, I don't know, did I say this? It sort of reminds me of 6 Organs of Admittance. I definitely thought about it, but maybe I didn't mention it. The first sort of 6 Organs of Admittance records, but a little bit better produced. Really good. Do check this out if you're into that kind of stuff. The other thing that I was holding in my hand was this one. So this is Tradgras Augustana, which is, probably you have seen this around. They're a psychedelic band from Sweden, progressive psychedelic, and yeah, it's one of those things because I saw the box set when it came out, and I didn't buy it, and it was like 60-70 pounds or something like that for 6 records, 6 double LPs actually. I think. Was it? No, 6 yeah, 6 or 7 records, so 3 records, like double, yeah, double LPs, 3 of them, and I didn't buy it, and I was because I was thinking, you know what. I have that Parson sound, for example, came out in 2005. It was 3,000 copies. I bought a copy like 3 years ago or something like that. You could still find it around. It was like, you know, all over the place. I didn't expect people would jump on these that quickly. Anyway, I found this for internet price on in Rough Trade East, which is very unusual because they always bump up the prices, and I thought that, you know what, why not, I'll get it. Now their albums, apart from the live one, I yeah, get the live one. The live one is good start to finish. The original albums, yeah, James Buttery was showing the other one, a brown one, I don't remember the title. And the albums themselves are like, oh, they're alright. They're not too bad. They're not bad. The extra tracks, they're really good. They're excellent. The albums, yeah. The live album is fantastic. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to be seeing them play here in Cafe Auto on 10th of September, I think. Yeah, I booked tickets for them, guys. I'm very excited because I know what they can do live. And yeah. So it's alright. I mean, you know, if it wasn't for the extra tracks, I think they would be alright, just alright. And next up, and the last one that I got from Rough Trade East, yeah, this is the 4th record, is one of the albums of the summer for me. This is an indie record. And this is Car Seat Headrest with themes of denial. And if you're into indie rock, you have got to check this one out. I mean, if you haven't already, this is very interesting because the singer, you know, the main guy, basically, he's made another album before this, which is like Themes of Style, I think. The sound has nothing to do with this one, Here he has like a proper band and he's playing in a proper studio and all that. And there's like, it's very, very rich kind of sound. It has like a lot of things going on. It has keyboards, it has like this um, horns, not horns, yeah, but he does have horns in some sections as well. And he's a really good storyteller. Now the music is good as well, but it's the stories that get you hooked. I mean, there's a lot of teenage angst, and I know that, you know, some people might brush it off and say, you know, oh, you know, millennials and yada yada yada, and they're yapping and what kind of problems do they have and all that kind of shit. And you know, oh, when, you know, I was my age, we had Morrissey, and you know, what kind of shit can these guys say? Yeah, I know, but his stories, the way that he's saying things, it's like they're really amusing. I mean, check out the lyrics for this one. This is one of my favorites. Joe gets kicked out of school for using drugs with friends, but says it isn't a problem. Yeah, that's the title. It's, as I said, it's really amusing, and you know, in some sense, I can relate without necessarily having the same sort of experience. And you know, it's all about storytelling, really. And I mean, think about, I don't know, Tom Waits. Yeah, Tom Waits. What do we like about Tom Waits? Because Tom Waits has been, like, you know, he's been around for a long time, and he is like, you know, he's been making the same record ever since like what, 1989 or something. It's like, you know, a little bit of blues here, a little bit of polka there, a little bit of thing, yeah, this, that, there. It's the stories. It's like, you know, he just keeps up making all these stories. Every song has something to say. It's like, you know, something is happening. And this is the same thing here. It's like there's something happening. These are more personal, obviously. You know, Tom Waits hasn't been like a sailor in Singapore, and you know, he hasn't been a hooker, probably, in Philly or something. But yeah, it's like, you know, and you know, if you sort of relate to that, or you know, you like that, why wouldn't you like this? This is excellent. This is one of my my records for the summer. I've been listening or was streaming it all the time on my holiday. So yeah, Car Seat Headrest, Teens of Denial, Denial. Yeah, do check it out if you're into indie. Even if you're not, you know, guitar-based music kind of thing, you should check it. Now, 13 minutes. Okay, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. So yeah, next up, yes. So next up we have, I have something that is quite unusual for me. It has a story. There is a story to it. So if you remember, I was saying when I came back from holiday, I showed some records, and I was saying that, you know, there's this record store. If you have been watching, or paying attention for that matter, about this record store that specializes. I do wear pants, by the way, just in case that you're wondering, because I just noticed that, you know, it's like, oh, Lego, what, he's wearing, in his underwear or something. No, I'm wearing shorts. So it's quite hot here in London today, these past few days actually. So yeah, I was saying, yes, the record shop. That record shop that was specializing in psychedelia and then punk, and that guy has, like, you know, cutouts of records, facsimiles of you know, of covers of records that you know, because I've been going there. I was going there for like many years, and I remember going there and seeing those facsimiles, and I was always like intrigued. And one of those facsimiles that sort of stuck in my mind was this one, The Dead Beats. This is Kill the Hippies, and this is a single that came out in 1979, I want to say. But yeah, so this is a reproduction of said single. Obviously this is not the original. This came out on Danger House Records, and yeah, I sort of discovered Danger House Records, and I bought the Danger House Records Volume 1, which sort of had the singles, half of the singles. But in my sort of internet searches, I discovered that Monster Records from Spain, actually not from Spain, they're Basque, so I shouldn't be saying Spain, because maybe they're pissed off about that. They reissued a box set, and this box set contains all the singles of the Danger House label. This is the box. It's a really nice release. It actually came out like a few years back. This came out in 2013. It's still available, and it comes with all the singles. Let me get them all out of the box. So all the singles in the original sort of way that they were released. So this is the Randoms, which is the first one, Black Randy and the Metro Squad, the Avengers, the Dills. Probably know the Avengers. I don't think that anybody knows anybody else. The Alley Cats, Books, Black Randy, and so on and so forth. And let me put all these back. These are, yeah, it's like, yeah, it's the way that they were sort of released. Yeah, so yeah, this is really nice, really well made. It's not very expensive. I mean, you know, for the sort of work that they put in, and also comes with a booklet that has pictures and a story about, you know, the singles that they made. And look at this, how punk. This is very punk. This is like super punk. Yeah, this is just brilliant. And yeah, Danger House was, it's a historic sort of label. They were from LA, and yeah, they didn't do much. I think that they just did pretty much these singles. Here they are, all of them. And they're considered to be, like, you know, very influential, and yeah, they're just like, you know, American punk sound as you would imagine it to be, basically. So yeah, I'm really happy to get it. And how I got here was this very roundabout way, is because I discovered this one. I discovered that this was reissued. This is Black Randy in the Metro Squad, and the title of the album is Past the Dust, I Think I'm Bowie. And you can see the, hang on, yeah, you probably already recognized that. Ooh, there you go. Yeah, so yeah. Oh my god, they look the same. So yes, Past the Dust, I Think I'm Bowie. This is a collection of all the singles that Black Randy and the Metro Squad made. The Metro Squad was basically Black Randy and these guys, the rest of them, and I think Pat Garrett and one more guy was actually the owners of Danger House Records. So yeah, they were playing in his band. The Metro Squad was like sort of a joke band. They were intentionally sort of doing things to provoke. Their first single, Trouble at the Cup, was about killing cops in, like, when it was released, 1978. And most of their songs are like really well, that was the Trouble at the Cup was really abrasive, but everything else was really taking the piss at everybody. I mean, yeah, it was just one of the songs is Idi Amin, and it's just hilarious. I'll read you some of the lyrics for Idi Amin. You know Idi Amin. He was a dictator in back in the 70s in Africa. People said that he ate, you know, he was a cannibal, things like that. But yeah, his regime was atrocious. And he's saying, he's my papa, Idi Amin, he's my papa from Uganda, he's my teddy bear. They say bad things about him, but I don't care. Idi Amin, I am your fan. And then, yeah, you're really so freaky with your medals and daishiki. Let's go out to the garden, it's time to light the tiki. Now the fire's hot, let's put them in the pot. Yeah, it's really, yeah, he's taking the piss, everybody basically. And yeah, he was like an over-the-top sort of personality. He probably was on dust. And yeah, he died like in 1988 or something like that from AIDS or something. He was really over the top. The music is not punk. I think that it's more like garage rock, and the punk element comes from all this piss taking, and it's a really good record. I have this on CD back home. I bought it like many years ago, and yeah, I couldn't find an original album. They're not super expensive, but yeah, they're sort of expensive. So yeah, I got this for like what, £12 or something. So yeah, an original costs £60, £60, and it will come from the States. So yeah, forget about it. So yeah, Black Randy and the Metro Squad. Oh yeah, this was reissued as well like a few years back. Copies are expensive for that as well, so you know, I found this, and then you know, on Discogs it was like, whoa, I'm gonna get that one. And then on Discogs it had like you know, oh, if you bought this, maybe you should get this, and it was one of those singles because you can buy them individually as well. And then I was like, hang on, because I'm seeing all those Danger House singles, so what's going on here? And then I discovered that there was a box set, so I bought the box set, and I bought this one as well. So yeah, Black Randy and the Metro Squad, punk, 22 minutes. Oh, yeah, I thought I was doing really well for time, but no. Anyway, recently there have been a lot of reissues of Italian library music. Yeah, if I had like, you know, unlimited resources and space, I would probably get them all. But yeah, some of them are too fusiony for me, I think. So you know, I've skipped quite a few intentionally. Maybe I will regret it in a few years down the line. Maybe not. Who knows? We'll see. But this one I really liked, and I definitely needed to get. So this is Giuliano Sorgini or whatever, Zufol, which is a TV series, I think, that came out in 1974 in Italy, and it was directed by the brother of Federico Fellini, which is Riccardo Fellini, yes. Not that it matters, but yeah, it's just an interesting tidbit, because it was like, I was reading, you know, Zu fu un programma televisivo di Riccardo Fellini. Hang on, Fellini. His name wasn't Riccardo. And then I read, you know, through it, and I was like, oh yeah, it's his brother and whatnot. So yeah, this is like library music, and so it has all these elements that you would sort of expect from library music. There's like sounds very varied and very sort of groovy, and yeah, it's really good. I highly recommend this one. Do check this one out. Yeah, originals go for crazy fucking money. So now that it's out, potentially, you know, and they might disappear fairly quickly. Having said that, the next one is one of those albums that I would have expected to disappear fairly quickly, but it hasn't. You can still find copies, and you know, I'm baffled, to be honest. It's this one, Popol Vuh. This is Weiry. Obviously, this is the soundtrack to the film Weiry, and this has the best piece of music ever recorded, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm saying that with a straight face. I'm not joking. Whatever, it has Weiry, the title song from the movie, is one of the best pieces of music in my opinion. It's like it's the definition of celestial music. It's like it takes you places. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. They could have made that an entire album just stretching that piece of music out to infinity really. So yeah, this was released 2 years ago, I want to say. Re-released because the original one was like 1975. No, it's a year ago. So 500 copies. Popol Vuh albums, originals, cost a lot of money. And yeah, it's still around. So yeah, it's like, what the hell is going on with this world? I have no idea, no idea. And next up, this was I ordered this one from a seller on Discogs, and they also had this one, which is another. That one is a Weiry reissue, and this is a Weiry reissue as well. And this is an album that was shown many a times by Chris Cole. And he always mentioned, oh yeah, there is a reissue, oh there is a reissue, oh there is a reissue. So the third time around that he said it, it was like, you know what, at some point I need to get that one. I had checked it out on Spotify. At some point it was available. This is code 3, by the way, Planet of Man. It's like, code 3, Planet of Man, because it says Planet of Man, this is the title. And this is a release on, what's the name of the original release anyway? Anyway, it was in Delta Acoustic Studio, Delta Acoustic, which was doing binaural recording, so this is like supposed to be heard over headphones. And actually, if you open the gatefold, which I will not take the record out to do, it says that, these are like recommended, some Sennheiser model something from 1976, when this one, 78, when this was released. Claim to fame for this one is that on one of the tracks, Klaus Schulze plays drums. And it's a very sort of ambient acoustic sort of album. It's a very different sort of affair than what you would expect from something that Klaus Schulze is involved. Definitely an interesting album. I wouldn't say go out and buy it or something like that. Do check it out. I mean, it's one of those albums that if you collect music, you sort of should have. If that makes sense. And finally, metal, yes. I completed my collection of Nails with Unsilent Death. This is their first album. Came out in 2005, I want to say, or 6 or something like that. Yeah, and Nails are like the most brutal deathcore band around. I mean, this album, the beginning, you put the needle on the record or press play on your CD or whatever you do with this album, and it sort of brutally assaults you. I mean, it's like if you've seen cartoons where Droopy is like smashing somebody over his head, like it's like that. That's what happens to your brain. It's like somebody just actually physically doing that. I mean, it's like this album stops short from actually having somebody physically hurting you during the time that you're actually listening to it. I mean, yeah, instead of download code, they should have like, you know, call this guy and, you know, bloke comes around, oh, you're listening to nails, okay, yeah, I will hit you over the head with a hammer during the time, which is a good thing because, you know, it won't last long because the record is like 20 minutes long, but it's really good. Yeah, it's really good. It's one of those things that you need to get used to listen to, but when you do, it's rewarding. So, yeah, there you go. And finally, a CD, it's this one. This is The Downfall of Noor, and this is, I cannot pronounce this, Umbras de Barbagia. There you go. This is 2000 and what? It's not an old release, 2015 release. This is available on vinyl, double LP, but it hasn't got that many songs. I mean, it has like 5 songs or something like that. Yeah, 5 songs. And on the LP is like 1 song per side or something like that. It's two LPs. And I found it a little bit redundant, to be honest. And if you notice, this is like an A5. See, it's like it's a bit bigger. I don't have any CDs. No, actually, I do have like a couple of them. But yeah, I find this sort of format quite interesting, and I decided to go for the CD. And it's a really nice sort of package. Now, if it was just the package that was nice, yeah, it has like you know, pictures and things like that, and the lyrics, which is quite nice, because I don't understand what the hell he's talking about. Not that it matters. Anyway, this is supposed to be Cascadian black metal. My understanding of Cascadian black metal is that it sort of uses acoustic instruments, and yeah, they do use acoustic instruments. I mean, it sort of falls under the same category as Panopticon, like Wolves in the Throne Room and whatnot. And yeah, this is just beautiful black metal music. Comes highly recommended. I mean, Roger, if you are, you know, if you can find it, which I'm pretty sure that you can, yeah, do check it out. It's really good. I mean, yeah, from the stuff that I've listened to, and it's really funny because this and Car Seat Headrest was like my holiday soundtrack. Make sense? No, but it's really good. Highly recommended. And that's it. It's 32 minutes. I outdid myself. I have to congratulate myself for another long video. Probably bored you. Hope I didn't. But if I did, you know, you can dislike the video. If you liked it, you know, being long, you can like it. You can leave a comment if you want to. You know, abusive language, I don't know, information, opinions, anything you want. It is a free world, free internet, and yeah, you can subscribe if you want in this channel. You know, if you want to see stuff like that, or unsubscribe if you think it's complete rubbish and a waste of time. Until next time, see you around.